to a brand new episode of Coffee in a Boardroom at CEPTES. I'm your host, Charu. We are back in our boardroom. Today we have with us Mr. Ankur Desai, who is our very own VP Strategy and Growth. Hello, Ankur. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks, Charu. Thanks for inviting me to the show.
Let's jump right in. So, as you all know, that Agentforce has been making strides in various industries today. So, I want to know that how does it cater especially to the financial institutions today?
Okay, great. So we are talking about Salesforce Agentforce today. Before I talk about any specific industry, let me clarify one thing. Agentforce is a new name given by Salesforce. Previously, it was Einstein Copilot, AI Copilot, and that was the way they started, right? So how Copilot came into a picture is Copilot is basically AI assistant for your agents or for your employees or for your users to empower them with a lot of information, insights, and all that, so that they can increase their productivity. That was the idea behind. That was the wave. Now we are entering into a wave called Agentforce, where the Salesforce is talking about everything is autonomous. So it's like end-to-end agent. There's no manual intervention. The same agent can interact with your customer, AI-based agent, interact with your customer, as well as take automated actions also, and complete the job. So that means we are entering into a new era called Agentforce, which is a parallel agent, like you have a human and it's an automated agent. So that's how the Agentforce came into a picture. Now, when I talk about financial industries, okay, and that's where we see a lot of use cases around it, right? Why? Because financial industry is very complex one. It requires a lot of user interactions, like a lot of financial products and wealth management companies and all that. They interact with their customer very closely, and that's the reason a lot of manpower is used, like on their service agents and all. They work on it, they interact. It's not only about interaction, it's also about the complexity of the products or financial instruments. So those complex products requires a lot of when they serve their customer may come up with a lot of questions. They may come up with a lot of issues. Unless and until and at the same time, financial institutes, they have a very complex ecosystem also of the application. They have the data sitting in different legacy applications, and I would not name the one of our very large customer that we are serving, but they have a large legacy application. They are a global financial institute. They have the things like localization of the data, local application, global applications, global customers interacting locally, local customer interacting global applications. And they have a very large legacy landscape where they have a ERP system, a banking system, the other bureau systems, and they interact with, integrated with. That kind of a complex application scenario architecture they have. And the customer interface is Salesforce CRM. Now, how they can leverage those applications, the data sitting outside of the Salesforce CRM, and empower their service agent, because ultimately they are the face to the customer, right? And that's why the financial institutes are the first, I would say, and I would name it like in India, the major focus is on a BFSI segment, where they are the first one to try it here.
Right.
Because of this complexity they are dealing with, their customer interaction, their customer experience is not good. They are spending a lot of money in manpower, handling those complex queries and all that. And that's where Agentforce play a perfect role for them to automate certain tasks, mundane tasks, repetitive tasks, free up their resources, reduce the complexity of the data, various data available, silos available here, right? So I think that's the very promising thing. We are also looking at developing our capability in this area for all our financial customers.
Right. So, Ankur, you just talked about data sitting in different legacy platforms, and there is a lot of silo also. And talking about finance, mostly the concern is data security, right?
Right.
Because there is a lot of important and complex data that is there, and customers are very private about those kind of information. So, how does Agentforce actually play a role in maintaining that kind of compliance and safeguarding that sensitive data?
Very, very important question for financial institutions, like, because just most all data is sensitive that they are dealing with, right? Customer data, PI, SPI data, and all the banking related, it's all finance related stuff, right? And finance industry is highly regulated. Even the data that they are storing, where actually they are storing their data, that is also very important for them to manage all that. So, absolutely correct. How Salesforce is handling it, right? And how much Salesforce is serious about it when they go and implement Agentforce for any of the clients. So, the very first thing I would tell here. So, if I explain a little bit of architecture of Agentforce is basically where you're faced to customer. It can be any channel, like it's a chatbot, or it can be a WhatsApp, social media channel. It can function in any channel. Okay. Behind that, there is a Einstein engine or a platform that sits within the Salesforce cloud. It interacts with that. That particular engine talks to the product called Data Cloud. And why Data Cloud I mention here? Because most of the financial institutes, they have, as I said, very disparate system, different systems data sitting outside of their Salesforce CRM, and they are very large customers. They have a very large base, user base. They have a very large data to deal with. In that case, Data Cloud plays a role to integrate all the data sitting in different applications, bring it and create a unified data model. That is very important for any AI agent to function, right? Because you need that from data knowledge. And that is that complete ecosystem. Agentforce engine, Data Cloud, all that is highly secured. Why? Because it's the same Salesforce platform. It is built on the same platform, the same infrastructure. You can go to and visit trust.salesforce.com there to see how they are serious about all the data compliance standards and all. Only thing I would like to mention here is that generally the customer they are more concerned is that it's a public cloud system, and so how the data residency will be there or will be addressed basically. So for that also Salesforce has the solution for the regulated industries where the data residency is important. They can have a different instance, geographically or country-specific instance they can go for and operate. But ultimately, from the data security standpoint, your data is very secure inside. One more thing I would like to mention that there is a inherent capability to handle the security in terms of role-based access, right?
Yeah.
Your data permission sets are there so that no one else can see your data. You can mask your data, encrypt your data, everything can be done. And your data is also safeguarded in a way. So whenever you interact with the Agentforce, whatever interaction happening, whatever data is getting exchanged, everything is audited. They are all there in audit trails within the Salesforce ecosystem and only accessible to the specific people. Right? So that's how it is maintained. So that's the very first thing Salesforce has taken care of, security aspects of Agentforce.
Correct. Even in the name of the Salesforce tagline, it's all about trust, right? So even Agentforce, because it is built on it, so it will always take great. So also, Ankur, I've seen many big financial institutions are struggling with, maintaining the complex customer interactions today. So as you said in my first question also, that using Agentforce, it is the perfect piece of the puzzle, right? So how does in other ways, what are a few use cases? Just walk us through a few use cases as to how Agentforce is helping us solve those complex customer interactions, maintaining that customer engagement.
Very simple one I would suggest here is for any financial institutes. I think generally they have a financial products, right?
Yeah.
So one are basically for the sales cloud. There are various simple use cases where how they can in a personalized way interact with the customers. And see, Agentforce is basically data driven, right? And the difference between the AI agent and the human agent is you have to empower your one agent with a lot of data. They have to understand it while they are actually serving their customer. Maybe they're on a call or they're chatting with some customer, sending a mail. Unless they have a right kind of data with them and to consume that first by that human agent and then serve them, it's not a very efficient system. It is all humans against that.
Yeah.
Unlike the agent, AI agent, where it is constantly fed by the data, your automated agent, and then they can take a decision in seconds and reply.
Yeah.
Right. So using the predictive analysis and a generative AI and predictive AI, both can be combined together with a data-driven approach. You can better serve your customer.
Yeah.
Communication is very seamless, very consistent. Your experience, your customers are facing a very consistent experience, all that. Plus, since you have all the data available and AI can very fast analyze those data and create a personalized,
tailored
messages or tailored communication, plus how they can upsell, cross-sell, all that is very, it was not possible with a human person to so effectively do it.
In such a small period of time, right? Like on a call, if the agent is on a call, how would they know that, this is the opportunity I have to cross and upsell, or this is something that they should see, right? Right.
So many use cases, sir. I mean, if I tell you so many, and one is the sales part, but there is a service part also. That for all your complex financial instruments, lot of people, they face lot of issues. They escalate it, customers, because they are very sensitive about their finance.
Of course.
Right. So managing them effectively is also, you need a very, very effective system.
Right. All right. So, Ankur, this question is for my listeners, for all the people or all the institutions that are looking to actually adopt Agentforce. So, how does the implementation journey look like, and how can CEPTES actually pitch in and give them a smooth implementation?
Great. I think that's the area most of the large organization would struggle where to start, and because AI is something everyone would like to at least experience it and taste it, but the major problem is the data, and this is what we are highlighting to all of our customers, that unless you are not sure about your data, where exactly your data is sitting, whether that's in a correct form, whether that data is available real time, unless and until they ask themselves such questions, their AI journey cannot start. So we help our customers starting with the discovery phase, and the discovery is mainly defining those data related things, right? So and see that how they can create all data unified in a single platform like data cloud. That's when we cut them. That's the very first step we do. Then we also ask businesses to come up with the use cases to start with, because what are the areas they would like me to work? Is it a customer experience, or they would like to reduce the customer escalations, or they would like to reduce the flow of the service requests that they are getting. A lot of areas, problem and challenges they have. What are the areas they would like to address first? They should first come up with that. Put it in a chart or in a we in simple Excel create a use case, all the use cases that they would like to see. Then we convert them, all those business use cases into the AI use cases. Okay, create AI use cases in a business language, then convert them into in a very simple term prompts we call it, but in Agentforce world, and there are topics and instructions and all where you can define how you would like your agent to interact with your customers, what all data they would need, how you safeguard your response, because there is a Gen AI also involved, so it should not hallucinate.
Right.
Okay, so that's also important. So how you guard your responses, all those configuration you can do. And that's where we go and implement the actual configuration of Agentforce based on the business use case. And then there's a testing phase. Of course, this helps test it. We have the automated. Yes, I would like to mention we have our own automated testing platform to even test those, because see, when you interact with a AI agent, there are so many people will ask anything.
Yeah.
That and how it gets responded, they get the response. So there are so many scenarios to cover. So even the testing part is also something we have the automated approach. Our framework can help do that. So that's important point. Once that is done, then it's very easy to deploy in a production. It's very standard Salesforce way of managing your sandbox and the productionize agent. So that's how the implementation works. But as I said, the most critical part is the data.
Right.
And get your data unified.
Right. So, unfortunately, Ankur, this is the time we have today. So, thank you so much for your time. It was a very insightful session, and I know my listeners will actually, enjoy this session, because Agentforce is all over the place, and everyone actually wants to know more and understand how to, implement it and get the best out of it. So,
It's a very vast topic, I know. And thank you so much for having me here, and I really enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And to my listeners, thank you so much for tuning into Coffee and Boardroom at CEPTES. Be sure to tune in the next time as well for such techie conversations. Until next time, this is your host Charu signing off. See you on the flip side.